can you tell for our listeners a little story of the band,
All
the
right.
main things about the band
Yeah.
from the beginning to now?
Okay, yeah, we started as early as 2001 actually, but in the beginning it wasn't so frequent perhaps, or as serious of course. And we took the name from a book series, so the name came before the actual music. And then we started to play some fuzzy, cool, heavy songs in the beginning, and we had the intention just to have fun, of course, and we almost made a thing of it. So we played really super extreme sound in the first recording, and we called ourselves some Mexican sounding artist names like Dango, Oso, Peso.
But why does those names?
I don't know, it was just, I had Dango even before from another recording I did, and I got that assigned to me by a guy. And so then was just natural that we can do that, that should be fun. And the first demo we did, we had the backside of it was the map of the South USA and the border, and then the north of Mexico. So it was the whole thing of it,
Okay.
No, but then over the past years we changed some members, but me and Oso had always been in the band. We had 2 guitarists for a while in the early days, but then we didn't have it anymore. We changed drummers a few times, and we actually this is the 4th album now.
Yes.
And sound-wise we've gone from being more like a desert stoner sound to kind of alternative progressive hard rock, I would say.
Why there is 4 years between Mania and Universe?
Yeah, it's actually 5 years soon.
Yes, 5 years
Yeah,
now. Yes.
almost 5 years.
Yes.
It's a few reasons for that, but the biggest reasons is that we changed drummers 2 or 3 times. So it takes a while to get going, both mentally and playing together and get the vibe of making music. And also we've been touring really much. So it takes very much time from being in the studio or working on songs. So that's the main reasons, and also because for us it's really important to make the best thing that we can do, and it takes time to do something even better than last time. It's really hard to tell yourself that you're satisfied with it.
And do you think that Universe is better than Mania or the next?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, at least now. I mean, it's just finished and we're really happy with it, of course. I like the old albums super much.
Yeah.
I mean, when we done that albums, when they were just finished, I felt the same, wow, this is the best thing that's ever happened. And now I think this is the best thing that ever happened. But I know there's quite a lot of people actually told me that they think the new album is better, in fact. At least it's wider, and it can appeal to a wider audience, I guess. I would say the new album, I think all kinds of rock music listeners, from more soft pop rock music to heavy metal rock listeners,
Yes.
can find something they like in the new Truckfighters.
Absolutely. I take a look into your old discography, and it's not the first time that you play long tracks.
No.
There is 2 8-minute tracks on
Yeah.
this new album and one of 14 minutes.
Yeah.
and if I go back, there is Chameleon on the
Yeah.
album Fee and the Majestic on the album Mania. Why those kind of choice of musical choices?
I don't
Because
know.
It's long, 8 minutes for stoner.
Yeah, 8 minutes is long and 14 minutes is very much longer. Now it's an interesting question, but the thing is, when we make music, we try not to limit ourselves by anything. We don't want to be limited by making after a certain genre of music. We don't want to be limited by a format, like 2 verses, 2 choruses, and then it should be done. We don't want to be limited by time. I mean, we do short songs as well, but we also do long songs.
1 minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah, we have one super short song. So it's not like we have to do long songs. It's more, when we make a song, we do it until we feel like now it's done. And then we look at the clock. And of course, when we do the 1 minute 40 seconds, we know it's a short song, but we still think, yeah, but this is good, so let's keep it like this. And then we don't do anything more on that song, which is kind of strange. because I think many people will say, "Oh, it's too short. Let's do another verse here and then the same thing again." But then we said, "But then you can just as well listen to the song from the start one more time. So let's just do it like this."
And how you wrote the songs in studio? You tried before. Who wrote the songs on the band? Is it all the musicians or just
the past two, like Universe and Mania? It's been me and also the only two members that's been eternally in the band. And we had ideas. Some ideas we recorded jamming with the current drummers. Some ideas we had just playing with the guitar into the telephone. Maybe we recorded a sound check sometime on a tour, or maybe we just have a riff in the head.
Yes, but when you build 8 minutes,
it's the thing.
More difficult.
When you have all these ideas, we gather ideas. Then we sit down a day or two, or I don't know how long it takes, but we go down to the studio and we listen to ideas. And then when we have ideas we think is good, we say, okay, let's take this idea and try to make a song out of it. Or we say, these 3 ideas here have a little bit the same feeling to it. So let's take these 3 ideas and we make the fundament of a song. And maybe we just compose some new stuff. Or maybe we say, yeah, but here we can just play drums for a while and then we think of something when we record it. And in the end we have a structure of a song in the computer. So it's just a guitar and a bass and a click track in the computer. And then we get lots of imagination in the head, of course. Hey. So, I mean, you need to have lots of imagination when you write songs without drums or vocal lines or anything. So we talk to each other and say, yeah, here maybe the drums is playing do, and then here we can play a guitar almost like a solo. So we kind of build up a feeling of how it should sound, but we don't compose all the details right away. We make a structure of a song. And then when we're happy with the structure, we kind of record it. And then the creation process continues while recording. But it's me and Oscar, we've written almost everything for the past 2 albums.
And there is changes between the studio versions and the live versions when you play on live.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Because you continue to move, to build more ideas.
Yes, I mean live, many of the songs get a bit longer live. Maybe we do the intro differently, or we do another part longer, or it's really rare that we do it shorter, the live versions.
And how is the response of the people, of the fans during the concerts? Because on live it's better to have catchy songs, short songs, and then you play 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, one song.
Yeah,
so
but
what's the response of the people during the concerts?
It seems like they like it. I mean, it's a different vibe. Live we are really crazy and energetic, and of course we play the soft songs as well and the soft parts, but when it's heavy we're really like pushing it. So I think it's like an experience to see a Truckfighters show, and you need those softer periods to actually melt all the energy that comes on the stage and from the audience as well. It's like an exchange of energy. But normally the people seem to love it actually. So.
Let me know about the documentary you have filmed on 2011.
Yeah.
It's strange for a new band to have these documentaries.
Yeah, I agree. But we were kind of lucky.
What happens with this documentary?
We were just lucky. There was the guys who made the movie, Jörgen Christian. They were going to interview us for another project they have about the origin of desert rock, more or less. So they're going to ask us questions about Kaius and the kind of old bands that obviously inspired us to some extent, at least. And then they saw our show, because they came to interview us at a festival. And then they saw a show, and after they came up to us and they say, "Wow, guys, this is the best thing we've ever seen. We want to make a movie about you instead." So they just decided to make a movie about us. And we weren't really involved in that way. And at first we didn't even understand how serious it would be.
Yes, absolutely.
So, but in the end, I mean, they came up to Sweden and recorded when we did the Mania recording. And they came to some more shows and did interviews and interviewed lots of other bands about us. And it was just a super serious project, and which is also very nice and fun.
Great.
And I like it also in the way that it's like a natural movie. It's not glorifying the band in any way. It's just, this is the way it is to be a hard-working band.
It's not Ozzy Osbourne.
No, exactly. No, it's like reality for real, and not like fake reality.
Absolutely. What are your main influences? Well, we have some names on our minds, like Stone of the Queen Age, Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
So, Volcan, Q's, or the band like this. But what are your main influences, you personally?
But if I talk music, I mean, life itself is an influence, of course. If music is feelings, and you just get the emotions out and into music. But if I talk musical influences, I don't think that the bands that people think are our biggest influences actually are the biggest influence. Of course, we listen to Caius a bit. They are a really good band. We listened a little bit to Fu Manchu, of course, as well. They're also a good band. But it's not the main bands we have listened to, any of us, actually. My main influence, if I look at it over 15 years, must be Tool. Then it's Soundgarden. It's Pearl Jam.
Grunge
yeah,
period.
It's more like grunge. Tool is not grunge though, but
no, yes, absolutely.
But yeah, it's lots of grunge for me personally. And I listen to Tool, I listen to Katatonia, Swedish metal band.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's more heavier and more.
Yeah, but I also listen to Queens of the Stone Age and Caius, but it's not. I don't see it as my main influencing artists at all, actually. And guitar-wise, I adore Jay Maskis from Dinosaur Jr. in the early days. Not the early days, but early and mid Dinosaur Jr. days. I can't say I like Dinosaur Jr. the things he done after reunion, but the old stuff I think it's really unique, and no one did the same. And he plays guitar really weird but fun. So I really like the strange, harmonies and jumping and like the tones very strange.
Good.
So it's cool.
Is the music your main activity, job, or do you have another job? Do you live with the music today?
Yeah, we live with the music today.
Yes, because
in the movie we didn't.
Absolutely. That's the reason why I asked you this question.
Yeah.
Is it easy to live?
No, it's hard, but we can manage at least. So we're happy with that.
Okay. What are your plans for this year? It's the beginning of the year. So
World domination. No, I mean, we're gonna tour really much when the album is coming out. Naturally, we do 3 weeks in Europe. We do 3 weeks in the US. We do maybe a week in Eastern Europe. Then
3 weeks in the US.
Yeah.
Headlining or
headlining.
Oh, good.
But I think it's small venues, but we're still headlining.
Good.
And then we do like 1 week in Eastern Europe. Then we go back to US for 3 more weeks, and then it's festival summer in Europe. So hopefully it's gonna be lots of festivals. We're still waiting for some answers from the bigger ones, and when they have said yes or no, the rest of the festivals is gonna be confirmed or not.
Good. And do you have new songs to play on live, or you will play only the new songs from the album?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna play any other new songs. We don't have any new songs except the album songs.
You haven't recorded more songs? That's
no. We recorded maybe 2 or 3 more, but we didn't think they were good enough to actually finish the process of recording and creating it.
Yes.
Because, as I said, we start with just the basic of a song, and then while we record, we make all the details. And if we suddenly say that no, this isn't good enough, we don't finish it. It's not worth spending time on it then. So all songs we finish normally are good songs.
Great.
Hello, I am Mr. Dango from Truckfighters. You are watching United Rock Nations. Bleh. Tjena United Rock Nations, fan vad fett att ni kollar på mig. Jag spelar i Truckfighters, jag kallas för Mr. Dango. Check it out! Oui, bonjour. Come to the show at Divan du Monde, February 28th.